We'd like to welcome you out to tonight's commission meeting on December 1st, 2021. We ask you that you would join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll get on with the agenda items here. The first item is the Employee of the Month. And Rose is out, so we'll have Kelly come to the mic.
So our December Employee of the Month is actually Daniel Luke from our road department. He has been with us now for just a little bit over a year. He started in September of 2020. And Tina was actually the one who nominated him, so we're gonna let her say a few words.
Yeah, so it's been a minute, but I sent this email to Rose, and it says that I want to nominate Daniel Luke for Employee of the Month. Daniel has been instrumental in assisting my office with projects in 9 Mile. He jumped right in without hesitation when I asked if the road shop would provide a letter of support for our fiscal incentive grant application, which we did receive. And then he was very thorough and supportive during the installation process of the trail counters. So we wrote a grant for trail counters in 9 Mile Canyon, and the road shop, Daniel met with me twice in my office. They went out and got GPS coordinates for all the points. And then afterwards, he worked with the BLM, went out with the BLM and actually was there on the project and helped install them. And then I asked him if he would take some pictures for our press release. And he wasn't like too thrilled. He's like, as long as I'm not going to be in them. And I actually posted him in the press release because it was a great picture. But anyway, he was just so great. He came to my office and said, you know, this didn't come with an instruction manual. I knew nothing about trail counters. He asked a ton of questions, so I'd reached out to, it was actually a Canadian company that we got them from. They sent me all the information for the manuals and everything, and I sent it to Daniel. So he provided me, like I said, with pictures for the press release, and I just really appreciated his help. He never complained. He was right there whenever I needed him. So thank you for helping us. You bet.
I'll just say that it's a pleasure to work at Carbon County and to interact with all of the different departments. Credit you commissioners and each of the department heads in working together and breaking down walls and barriers that have existed in the past and being able to work together. The work in between our department and many others has been phenomenal, and we appreciate their support as they help us. Thanks.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel. And I will say, too, that the improvements that you've done, things that you've implemented have been very much recognized and appreciated, as well as your staff and how well they seem to getting along and helping the fairgrounds and other departments as well. So thank you very much. Item number 2 we'll move on to is approval of the minutes. Commissioners, do we have any corrections or questions?
I don't have any.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Minutes are approved. Item number 3 is open a sealed bid for sports court high resilience tile for the Carbon County Recreation and Events Department. Seth?
We received 1 bid. This is from TD Sports West. The bid is for 2,700 square feet of sport court high resilience response tiles. Delivery is not included, and their bid amount is $15,850.
Okay, I'll talk to that one a little bit. We currently, within the event center, we have bays A and B have sports court. Well, we've got Glenna here. Glenna, you snuck in. You can come up and address this if you like. And this was an attempt to try to get all of the bays covered with a sports court. So-
Yeah, so right now, as Commissioner Martinez said, we have sports courts in bays A and B. We're trying to run most of our programs now out of the event center when we aren't having events. So that way we're not relying on the schools to try and get into their facilities. So with that, we need an additional sports court for Bay C so that we can also be running our batting cages out of there. We've had concerns from USU Eastern as well as others who, rent the batting cages because they're so slick. And so we just decided to look into it, try and do it. We also have been told that the sports court helps with the acoustics in there when we have concerts. It creates other issues when bringing in bleachers for concerts, but it does offset the sound and it apparently makes it better. So that is why we are asking the commissioners to consider that project for us.
So the quote did not include the delivery cost. So I would assume that we'd let Glenna kind of review that, and I'd be more than willing to help. But
Yep, I'll make the motion to acknowledge the one bid and authorize Glenn and Commissioner Martinez to make a decision.
I'll second that.
okay, motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We'll move on to item number 4, consideration and possible approval of the Carbon County Safety Manual. Kelly, you want to come up and address that since you're here?
So we had an old safety manual. The safety committee just got together and kind of revised it. Took out things that no longer made any sense, and then, of course, added things that we needed to be in there. So we, Rose typed everything up, got it ready. We just are needing approval for it so that we can get it printed and out to all the employees. So that's all.
Do you have any highlights that you would like to share?
Yes and no. So the DOT, like the clearinghouse, that has been added and in there. Because it's a whole new process now for DOT physicals. And there's another one, but I can't really remember what it is.
Kind of put you on the spot a little
On the
bit.
top of my
Sorry
head.
about that.
That's okay. I'll think of it.
But it's bringing the safety manual a little more current and addressing a couple issues.
Yes. Yeah, taking out old things and old people, old employees and we just changed it to like the actual title instead of a person. So that way if there's changes in the future, it's not gonna make a difference, so.
Great.
Okay.
Appreciate your efforts on this.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 5, consideration and possible approval of temporary assistance for needy families, the TANF, for fiscal year 2022. Commissioners, Shelley Wright is over the CJC, and that's where this grant is for. I'm sure this is an annual renewal, and I would suggest that we table this one until our next commission meeting and let Shelley kind of present this to us if that meets with you guys.
Yeah, I'll make the motion, we table it until next meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We'll table that item, and then if you could add that for the next one. Thank you, Jeannie. Item number 6, consideration and possible approval of proposed real estate or real property tax adjustment for tax year 2021. Commissioner Jensen, did
You
you?
want me to kind of read through these?
Yeah.
So again, we have folks that have come into the assessor's office with some questions and concerns about their tax notices, and so we'll go through these one at a time. Parcel 1A-1683-000. This is in regards to a property that the home acquired a demolition permit to take the home down, and the paperwork just didn't get finished up. So the home has been removed, and they're recommending that we adjust the value of the property to reflect that there's no home there. And the assessor's office recommends a reduction in the tax would be $2,000. The second one is parcel 01-0759-0002. This home is a rental, but is not receiving the primary residential exemption. And there is a renter in there, and they've brought the documents in, so the recommendation is that this be changed to a primary residence, which would reduce the tax $506.90. And they're recommending that we approve that. Parcel 01-2618-0000. They're asking for a primary exemption, but the home was not completed until partway through 2021. And so it's been recommended that this request be denied because the home, there was a garage, let me back up, there was a garage on the property, and the value of the property had been just assessed based on the garage, and the home will not be added until next year, but they wanted a primary exemption for the property for 2021, and they've recommended that we do not approve that, and it will be added on next year. Parcel 01-0406-0004. This is a piece of property that is in a 501c3 nonprofit corporation, and the building that has been purchased would be rented, and so this one, Casey, this one we're going to deny.
This one actually falls into a little bit of a different category. Seth actually has a little more control over the 501c3 and the tax exempt status, and as I visited with him on this one, it's recommended that it not be accepted.
Okay, so that's recommended to deny this one. Next parcel is a 1C-0966-0002. This taxpayer is asking for greenbelt status, but it is on the ground being leased by the solar farm, and this would prohibit any agricultural activity and disqualify it. So the recommendation there is not to allow it to be greenbelt. Parcel 01-0016-0000, asking for a primary residential exemption, and they've brought in the paperwork for that and recommending we make that change. Parcel 2A-0269-0000. This is a system error on our end, a greenbelt issue that was moved from 40 acres to 80 acres, and they recommend that this be corrected. Next one is parcel 1A-1008-0003, asking for a primary residence exemption, and the evidence has not been provided for this parcel, and the recommendation is not to change that. Parcel 1C-0853-0000, asking for a primary exemption. Evidence has been provided, and it's recommended that we change that one. Next one is parcel 2A-0608-0000. This is a system error on our part. There's a duplicate on the improvement, and we recommend the reduction to correct that error. The next one is 1C-0567-0000. The taxpayer on this one wanted to remove the primary exemption. This would result in an increase of the taxes owed, and that one they recommend that we make that change. Parcel 02-0153-0000. This is a church-owned site and should be exempt. Recommend that we accept the requested reduction. Next one is a parcel 02-0466-0002, asking for a primary residential exemption, but the parcel was not created until October 5th of 2021 and added to the 2021 tax year. This should have been split and added to the 2022 tax year, and the parent parcel left intact. There are multiple red flags on this one. We recommend not awarding anything.
Maybe just one thing to add, I apologize, but just because this one has been approved for tax exempt status, it might be worth letting the public know who owns it. So that second to last one, that's a church-owned property that's going to be tax exempt, is owned by New Life Ministries. It is a church-owned property. So,
thank you, Seth. I think there are
there is one that I have that's not on that list, and that was parcel 2A-0793-0039. This is a parcel in Clear Creek where the home was demolished in 2020, but it's still showing the land with the house on it, so it's instead of just being land value, it has the land and the house still on it.
The market value of the house?
Yes, the market value of the house. It was confirmed through them that it was completely removed in 2020. So that's another one. I don't have a recommendation from Gillen, but I feel comfortable about approving that one as well, if we approve any of these.
okay. I would agree with you on that one. I have one other request that had come in. This family owns 5 separate parcels, fairly large acreage. The parcel where the home lies has a primary residential exemption, and it also has a part of the land, 119 acres of that parcel that are in Greenbelt. And then they have 4 additional parcels, and the parcels in question would be 2A-1575-0000, parcel 2A-1576-0000, 2A-1577-0000, and 2A-1634-0000. Those 4 parcels, the request was to put those in Greenbelt, and currently they are just land agricultural, and it's recommended that we do not approve changing the status of those 4 parcels to Greenbelt until the proper paperwork is turned in for the proper year.
Okay. Are there any other parcels that we haven't talked about?
I think that covers all the ones that I
Okay.
dealt with this week.
Yeah, I think that's all of them.
And we've addressed each parcel number, so we could go ahead and make a decision to move forward with the recommendations, or whichever you guys are in the mood for.
Do we need to do it by these ones approved and these ones denied, or?
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
should be done that way.
So I'll read off the properties that are recommended to deny. And then can we just do the rest as approved? Or do we have to read those in as well?
They should be in the minutes. Are we good with them? I think as long as they're in the minutes, that's okay.
Okay, I'll make a recommendation to deny parcel, or the request on parcel 01-2618-0000, parcel 01-0406-00004, parcel 1C-0966-0002, parcel 1A-1-008-0003, parcel 02-0466-00002, 2A dash, and I didn't get that one written down. What was the first one on those 2A? 1575 0000. And then 2A-1576-0000, 2A-1577-0000, and 2A-1634-0000 to deny.
A lot of zeros.
Yes.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes for the denied. For the approved,
Just for the sake of time, we probably ought to read those in too, right?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
sure.
You bet.
Would you like me to read those in? Those parcel numbers, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the ones we're going to approve are parcel 1A-1683-0000, parcel 010759-0002, parcel 01-0016-0000, parcel 1C-0853-0000.
Missed one. That 2A0269.
Thanks, appreciate that. Parcel 2A-0269-0000. Parcel 2A-0608-0000. Parcel 1C-0567-0000. And parcel 02-0153-0000.
And
That's
then
all of them, correct?
and then there was the 2A
Oh,
dash.
yeah, then, yeah, 2A-0793-0039.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the request on those.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Those are approved. Those requests are approved.
What was the last one, last number?
That was 2A-0793-0039.
That was the first one in our packet.
Okay. If we are good, then we'll move on to item number 7. Review and possible approval of Ordinance 551, the commission meeting schedule for 2022. Commissioners, do you have any comments, corrections, changes?
I don't have any comments or corrections.
I don't either.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This schedule is approved. This is the schedule for 2022, the commission meeting schedule, so we know where we'll be and which days we'll be there, so sounds great. Item number 8, consideration and possible approval of resolution 2021-07, adopting the 2022 Carbon County budget. Any comments or?
My only comment would be is that we had our public hearing at our last meeting, and so this is just to approve that at this point in time for next year's budget. And I have no questions or comments, so
I don't either. I'll make a motion to approve the resolution number 2021-07, adopting the 2022 Carbon County budget.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn.
We are adjourned.